Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching the videos, and I truly hope they're going to help you to gather all the information you need. Let's start with the important note. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal advisor. Everything I say here in these videos is for the information only. So you better understand the process if you ever plan to apply, leave the country and apply for asylum outside of Canada. And now let's just talk about some terminology so we are clear when we talk about refugees or migrants or asylum seekers. So refugees are people outside of the country of origin because of fear of persecution, conflict, violence, or other circumstances that can have seriously disturb public order or who, as a result, require international protection. Migrant or word migration is often understood to imply a voluntary process. For example, someone who crosses the border in search of better economic opportunities. But this is not the case for refugees. They are forced to leave the country, or if they come back, they will face some deadly circumstances and be afraid for their life. So let's just be reminded on those two terms that they are different because they are different circumstances, and sometimes they are blurred within each other through some media or reports. So let's just not get confused by that. And it is very important to know that crossing the border because of your safety into another country without paperwork or by foot or any other way that is considered in some other ways illegal, it is not. It is the universal human rights of asylum seeker to escape for their safety and get the protection. So the first rule to seek a refugee protection outside of Canada is that you have to leave your home country into a neighboring country or another safe country where you can start your process. If you need help getting out of your country, you don't have funds, or you need some kind of support, please see the links below this video, as there are organizations who could help you so you can leave this dangerous environment. But I will mention one organization based in Toronto that can help you with this process, and it is Rainbow Railroad. And that organization is helping individuals who are in a great danger for their safety and their life, to give them support to leave the country and go to the safe place, or at least safer place. You have to know that you are a big player in this process. You have to be responsible for yourself and be safe, but also find any other way to leave the country and not wait for some organization to respond to you, because those organizations are getting a massive amount of emails and applications, and by the time you maybe get some response, you might be already out. Either way, I will post the link of the website and the information down below under the video, so I hope we can help you get what you need. Once you leave your home country and leave the danger, hopefully, and you go to another country, neighboring or the other country that you can actually get to, you have to go to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees office, or UNHCR, and apply for asylum. During the COVID-19 or coronavirus situation, most of the UNHCR offices are physically closed, so they might be receiving a email application. I'm gonna post that information also below this video, where there's a website of UNHCR where you can pick the country you are in, and you will get contacts and email addresses and updates on COVID-19 if there are any, and that's how you will start your application. In this email, you might need to put all your personal information and details, and some of the reasons why you left your country and why you're afraid for your life. After submitting your asylum application, the UNHCR officer will send you an email or a text message to come for the registration interview. During this registration interview, the officer will ask you for some personal information, take your fingerprints, take the picture of your eye, and identity picture. So after this registration appointment, later you're gonna get a certificate from UNHCR that you have to always keep an original with you all the time, and if it expires, you have to go as well and renew it at the UNHCR office. Next step is refugee status determination interview, or just interview, where UNHCR officer will ask you more questions and the reasons why you left the country. This is a very important process. This is where your real situation comes out, and your fear of prosecution and fear for your life. You have to share it, because this is the important part of your process. And after this interview, UNHCR staff will give you another appointment so you can get a response on your asylum claim. If the decision is positive, you will be recognized as a refugee and you will get a refugee document. However, if the decision is negative and you get rejected, UNHCR will give you reasons why they rejected your claim. However, you can appeal. I just want to stop here and really acknowledge that this might seem as a very long process, and it might be in some cases, but I guarantee you it's worth it, because your life depends on it and you want to be in a safe place to be who you are and to love who you want to love. So please don't give up. There's a bright future waiting for you out there. After you successfully went through the process and received your refugee card, yay! Now it's your decision if you want to be resettled in Canada or somewhere else. If you would like to be resettled in Canada, you have to go to the Canadian Embassy, Consulate, or High Commission. And again, this might be a longer process than you think, but believe me, day by day passes and the day will come. So if you are accepted for resettlement in Canada, this process might last some time. What I suggest in this time, stay low, find some work or job that can actually make you survive. Seek for community support, community organization that might be in that country that are LGBTIQ or friendly LGBTIQ organizations, individuals, and some social support, financial support if you need to. Please don't give up. It might be a longer process, but as I said, it is worth it at the end. Now, let's talk about the ways how you can resettle as a refugee to Canada. The first one is Government Assisted Refugee, or GAR. And Government Assisted Refugee is a person that is selected by the Canadian government. And Canadian government will support you and your settlement in Canada for the first year. The second way how to resettle to Canada is through Privately Sponsored Refugee Program, or PSR. So privately sponsored refugee is an individual who is supported by the circle of Canadians or permanent residents of Canada who gather, who collect funds, finances, and apply with the government and try to get you as soon as possible in Canada. So there's a difference with the government-sponsored refugees where government is responsible for you for a year, and where is a circle, how we call it, or a group of Canadians or permanent residents who are responsible for you for 1 year. One organization is a champion in this in Canada that is recognized internationally for its amazing work is an organization called Rainbow Refugee that I'm volunteering for many years now, since I arrived as a refugee in Canada as well. So if you are LGBTIQ asylum seeker and you would like to be sponsored by a private sponsorship group, please email Rainbow Refugee at the email over here, and below I'll post that information as well. And one thing to emphasize, please be patient. If you send an email requiring information or help or interest to be sponsored, please be patient, because all these organizations are mostly working on voluntary basis and there are tons of emails pouring in. So I just ask you for your patience, positivity, be safe, and you will get an answer eventually. Remember what I said at the beginning. You are your own friend and your own guardian. Be creative. Try to find different ways how to escape from that uncertainty, violence, and fear for your life. If you can do that, go for it. And eventually someone will respond to you and then pick up from there. Don't be dormant. If you need to leave, try the ways to leave, and then we'll go from there. If you have any other comment or need some kind of clarity, please email me. My email is also down below in the description. And if you have any other requests, let me know, and I might post the next video just about that. Well, thank you for watching this video, and I really hope it helped you, your friends, your community to understand what is the process in a nutshell when you apply for asylum outside of Canada. Be safe, take care of yourself, reach out to people and organizations, and I truly hope that one day you will call Canada your home.